Right now, multiple friends and neighbors testify in the Chandler Halderson trial. The unusual behavior they say he showed while his parents were missing. Also, an unusual question Halderson asked his neighbors after his parents went missing, and the evidence that police say pokes holes in his story about them leaving. Plus, Republican lawmakers introduce a bill that would make employers have to accept natural immunity as an alternative to the COVID-19 vaccine. News 3 Now at 6 starts right now. Day 2 of the Chandler Halderson trial is in the books after hours of testimony from many of the Haldersons' friends and neighbors. But before we catch you up with the trial, let's check your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, where an alert day is in the forecast for Friday for bitter cold. Gary?
Yeah, we're getting rid of the snow right now, Eric, but it's the bitter cold that'll be following in the wake, even as winds die down. The winter weather advisories are set to expire at the top of the hour. You can see some snow showers and flurries kind of moving through southern Wisconsin. It's kind of hard to tell in the background whether or not it's snow falling from the sky or snow being blown around by the brisk winds. Visibilities right now are still around 3 to 5 miles in most areas. A few places a little bit less than that, and some blowing snow and some light snow. Temperatures are in the middle teens. They've been there all day, but the winds at times have been gusting as high as 30 to 45 miles an hour. Right now, they're more in the 20 to 25 mile per hour range, producing wind chills in the single digits above and below zero. Alert days are in the forecast for Friday and for Monday. Very similar conditions. Low temperatures around 5 below zero. Wind chills in the morning as cold as 25 below zero. And daytime highs only around 10 with wind chills below zero all day. For tomorrow, look for a high of only 12 degrees after we drop to 8 overnight. Again, there could be a couple of flurries tonight into tomorrow, but the bitter cold arrives for tomorrow night. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And drivers should still expect slippery conditions on our roads. The Madison Streets Division's crews say the temperatures are still too cold for salting. Crews will instead be applying sand to the main routes. The city expects that salting will not be feasible until Saturday. Officials are asking drivers to use caution and reduce speed when on the roads. Friends of the Halderson family say Chandler Halderson wasn't acting like himself while his parents were missing, and they call his behavior, quote, weird. That was part of the focus of day 2 of the Halderson trial. Halderson accused of murdering and dismembering his parents. Brady Mallory joins us with what close family friends had to say about the parents and why they knew something unusual was going on. Brady?
Well, Bart and Krista Halderson's friends say when Chandler Halderson reported his parents as missing, a story he told police about what they were doing was completely out of character for the couple they had known for decades. Their daughters, Hannah Hilgendorf and her sister Haley, also testified something felt off. They said they visited Chandler Halderson when they found out his parents were missing. They said he was acting differently than he normally does, and a few things were out of place in the home, including a table turned on its side. During that visit, Hannah also told the jury she didn't feel very safe.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I'm sitting in the middle of what now seems to be a crime scene with somebody who is acting differently than I'm used to. And it just doesn't feel like a good idea.
The Hilgendorfs also talked about Chandler Halderson's claims to investigators that his parents were out gambling and drinking. The mom, Jane Hilgendorf, who knew Krista Halderson since middle school, says the Haldersons weren't big drinkers and they were tight with their money and didn't spend outside of their budget.
All right, Brady, thank you. And during testimony, many of the neighbors also said Chandler Halderson asked them if they had Ring doorbell cameras. Some of the neighbors captured the encounters on their systems, while others said they told him they didn't have video security systems, but talked to him briefly about his parents' disappearance. One of the neighbors gave their video to the sheriff's deputies since their camera had a view of the Haldersons' driveway. That video showed no vehicles leaving from the Haldersons' home during the time frame that Chandler had told police his parents had been picked up by an unknown couple. It did show, however, multiple instances of a Volvo owned by Krista Halderson and a Subaru owned by Bart Halderson leaving and returning from the house between July 1st and 7th. Now, coming up on News 3 Now at 10, we'll have a complete breakdown of day 2 of the trial, including more on today's testimony. And if you want to stay up to date with the trial, we have a page dedicated to it at channel3000.com. There you can live stream the trial as it's happening and catch up on all the latest developments. We also have a full timeline of events from the case leading up to the trial, including a News 3 Now interview with Chandler Halderson just before his arrest. Again, you can find all of that at channel3000.com. Next at 6, the Dane County Sheriff's Office is looking for a missing teenager last seen on December 29th. 17-year-old Jaylene Avendano Perez was last seen at her home in the town of York. A press release says she may be with friends in the Waterloo or Columbus areas. Officials said she could also be in the Madison area. Anyone with information is asked to call the Dane County Communications Center. That number at the bottom of your screen there, area code 608-255 2345. COVID cases in adults as well as kids have been hitting record highs lately. There are 20 children who are COVID positive in Children's Milwaukee Hospital right now. That's up from 15 earlier. And while most children are generally not as affected as severely, doctors want to make sure that we're aware that some children can get quite sick. So what can you and your community do to prevent these numbers from going up?
I strongly believe that prevention is the best approach to treatment, and so prevention is the thing that we want to focus on. Vaccinations are a key cornerstone, not just for COVID, for many other childhood illnesses that we have seen reduced in significant numbers and severity because of vaccinations.
Dr. Guzait recommended parents seek information from their primary care providers, someone who can provide the best information about the science behind the vaccine and the safety of the vaccine. Edgewood College delaying the start of in-person courses for the spring semester. That's, of course, due to a rise in COVID cases. In-person classes were originally scheduled to begin January 18th. They'll now begin January 24th. The remainder of the spring schedule remains unchanged. Graduate courses, online courses, and accelerated courses are not affected by the change. Marquette University also pushing back its start date now to January 24th. They are requiring students to get a booster and upload proof by February 1st. Those who don't will go through testing protocols. Wisconsin now has a new way to deal with COVID. Today, the state got its first shipment of COVID-19 antiviral pills. Both molnupiravir and Paxlovid can help treat patients who have mild to moderate cases of COVID-19. They were approved by the FDA last month. The pills must be taken within 5 days of a patient exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms. People over the age of 12 can take Paxlovid. The molnupiravir pill is authorized for adults over 18 who are not pregnant or breastfeeding. These pills will be distributed to select pharmacies by Friday. A few Republican-led states already require employers to accept natural immunity as a substitute for a vaccine or weekly testing requirements. Wisconsin Republicans want to be one of them, as Naomi Coles explains. Naomi?
One thing to note before we get to the bill, it's opposed by several of the state's medical organizations, and the only medical person speaking in support of it today practices a type of natural medicine that isn't licensed in Wisconsin or many other states.
Or Omicron or Delta.
Debates in the state legislature today over a bill that would require employers to accept proof of natural immunity for COVID-19 in lieu of a vaccine or weekly testing requirement. Florida, West Virginia, and Arkansas have all already passed similar bills requiring employers to accept things like antibody tests as a vaccine substitute.
It seems to me that this bill is taking our health care out of the hands of the medical professionals and putting it into legislators who don't have a medical background.
Republican lawmakers turned to a naturopathic doctor for support, who said people were contacting his clinic in distress because of losing or worrying about losing their jobs because they won't get the vaccine.
Wisconsin does not recognize my license. I am licensed in the state of Washington. I'm not an epidemiologist and I'm not an infectious disease specialist, but I would be happy to answer any questions.
We asked an epidemiologist.
There is no test that can tell somebody whether or not they are protected from getting COVID in the future.
Antibody tests only measure for what you had. And while having COVID does give people a level of immunity, that level varies more than with vaccinated immunity.
Some people don't get a lot of protection at all, and those are the individuals who had mild illness, which is most people. When illness is severe and you survive it, you can come away with some protection that can last you a longer period of time. What has been clear, though, is that when somebody's vaccinated, they more reliably get protective immunity, and it lasts longer.
Now, one thing epidemiologist A.J. Sethi says can't be discounted is that the type of immunity you get when you have COVID-19 and then also get the vaccine is just so far above what you get from either one of those things on its own.
Naomi, live at the Capitol tonight. Thank you. A new report shows Wisconsin's tax burden has increased. This is for the first time in a decade. The nonpartisan Wisconsin Policy Forum released findings that show total state and local taxes in Wisconsin grew to $34 billion last year. That's up more than 7% from 2020. Last year's burden was still the fourth lowest in Wisconsin Policy Forum records, dating to 1990. A surge of pandemic-related economic activity is being blamed, not higher taxes. The report also noted the growth is linked to collecting state and local taxes online and on out-of-state retailers. Coming up, a nonprofit organization teaming up with former members of hate groups to unite against hatred and racism. Plus, a company is looking to hire more workers to its Wisconsin plant. How many people they now need? Stay with us.
You're watching watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 6.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Right now, get 40% off frames with any lens purchase.
Menards has the flooring options to make your house feel like your home. And whether you're looking for that elegant, timeless look, a bold and contemporary style, or a sense of comfort, with thousands of options to choose from, we've got you covered. We carry top quality brands in a variety of styles, colors, and patterns, so you'll find that perfect fit for every room. Save big on Lutex Mills carpet now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
2 households, 2 sick kids, 2 loads of snot-covered laundry. Both will be washed with detergent, but only one will be sanitized.
Wait, what?
Make the wash work harder. Protection. Because adding Lysol laundry sanitizer to your wash kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria. Detergent alone can't.
Why can't hers be sanitized too? Aw, thank you.
Clean is good. Sanitized is better. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
Welcome back. A company known for its transportation equipment is expanding and adding new jobs here in Wisconsin and elsewhere. Stoughton Trailer says it's adding a new plant in Waco, Texas later this year. That plant will manufacture chassis products and bring 125 jobs down there. They also installed a new chassis production line at their facility here in Wisconsin. That move expected to bring 150 new jobs to the state.
We need more workers. We need more workers in southern Wisconsin. If we could kind of wave the magic wand and get reasonably qualified people that could do general assembly, and we could get the parts to for them to work on, we would take another 500 people today if we could.
So between facilities in Stoughton, Evansville, and Waco, the company expects to manufacture 25,000 chassis per year. But tomorrow being the anniversary of the January 6th Capitol riots, former members of multiple hate groups are teaming up with We Are Many United Against Hate. It's for a special event. It starts at 8:30 in the morning at the McFarland Performing Arts Center. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul will be moderating. That event is free to the public, but you can also watch online. Masood Akhtar, president and founder of the nonprofit, says learning from those who were once a part of a hate group can teach us to end racism and bigotry.
The most powerful tool since I started my movement in 2016 is sharing real live stories of people. That kind of thing is so powerful for these people.
A student panel from various high schools is also planned. Students will share their own experiences and their work to influence their schools and communities. Channel 3000 is a proud sponsor of the event. The cold winter temperatures can create a lot of issues for people, but they can be just as bad for animals. And coming up, we'll introduce you to a lacrosse couple whose compassion helped save a feathered friend struggling with an unusual problem. Plus, just how cold will it get this week? Gary's got the answer with your full forecast after a short break.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with style at Ashley Home Store. Save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Shop in-stock mattresses up to 65% off and delivered to your door within 5 days. Plus, interest-free financing for 5 years on luxury brands. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget to wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
It's your last chance to ring in the new year with style at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 54% off holiday doorbusters and special buys while supplies last. Plus interest-free financing for 5 years. Pay less than $20 a month for a new room you'll love. Only at Ashley Home Store.
During the pandemic, more people have gone out of their way to care for one another. A La Crosse couple says that gesture can extend to the nature around us as well. Jordan Fremstead shows us how they saved one animal from winter's harsh reality.
Nature's beauty shines for those who choose to see it.
This is why you do it.
Yes. Jeff and Kim Boyne come to Riverside Park when they can.
What's up, guys?
To take it all.
You guys want some too?
In.
It's also nice for photography. Oops.
Those who walk by when the Boynes arrive might have to literally duck. Mallards love these two because of what they pass out without handing them
on the pecking order
a bill.
The aquatic plants start vanishing, so there's less and less food supply for them.
One of these feathered beggars caught the couple's attention.
When we first saw her, it's just like, something is wrong with that duck.
They couldn't let their concern go.
About a week later, we came back, and she flew right out of the water right up to him.
The photos quack 1,000 words. The cause of this duck's injury is anyone's best guess.
It actually was her tongue that was hanging out.
Fortunately, she can still eat.
She was able to still scoop up with her beak.
This is exciting.
She had a little bit of frostbite already.
This is where Linda Deeth comes into frame.
Just believe in rescue. Always been a part of rescue, and it's a team effort.
Linda housed Holly.
We couldn't call her the duck, she needed a name.
Until they could find someone.
Her hunger was stronger than her fear of us.
To care for her long term.
Here you go, come on.
The Raptor Education Group in Antigo agreed to take Holly in, treat her injury, and decide if she can someday rejoin her flock.
But if she can't, they're gonna find the best sanctuary for her. She likes her bed in there.
A foul moment saved by a couple who serve all species.
Yeah, say goodbye to your buddies.
Can't help but fall in love with her, but I do hope she can go back with her flock.
Jeff, Kim, and Linda choose to see beauty, not flaws.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Compassion that fits the bill.
It's exciting. I'm so excited for her.
And Jeff says this isn't their first rodeo with a rescue. Over the summer, they rescued a duck and a goose named Romeo and Juliet. Well, Gary, you know him, right? Weatherman with a good heart.
Meteorologist at the National Weather Service in La Crosse. Well, around here, everybody's going to have to bundle up because of the cold. We're still dealing with some blowing snow. Visibilities right now between about 1 and 3 miles from Madison areas to the north. There's also a little band of snow showers and flurries coming through, but it's not really going to amount to very much. And this should be the last of at least any kind of snow that might even accumulate to a ½ inch or less. Most areas will just see some flurries. To the north and west, things are actually starting to wind down, and there could be a couple of flurries left over, but that's about it. Strongest wind gusts today have been just to our south and to our west. Madison's peak wind gust is only 30 miles an hour, but many areas near the Wisconsin-Illinois state line across southern Wisconsin saw wind gusts around 45 miles per hour, including Monroe and Janesville. Rockford, a wind gust of 47 miles an hour. Dubuque, Iowa, to 48 miles an hour. Current wind gusts are still in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but they're continuing to come down, so the blowing snow will become less of an issue as we head through the overnight hours. The winter weather advisories have been allowed to expire from Wisconsin. However, we still have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories through the Lake Snowbelt areas around Lake Superior and on the western side of Lake Michigan down into northwestern Indiana and the southern Chicago suburbs. Temperatures right now still in the teens. They've been here pretty much in this neighborhood for about the last 12 hours or so, but notice to the north and west where skies are clearing out, temperatures are about a good 20 to 25 degrees colder, and wind chill advisories and wind chill warnings are in effect basically west of the Mississippi River for almost all of Minnesota, all of Iowa, back into the Dakotas and Nebraska. And we have alert days in the forecast for Friday and Monday. Very similar weather regimes. We'll look for low temperatures around 5 below zero during the early morning hours. There'll be enough of a breeze to create wind chills as cold as 25 below zero. High temperatures during the day right around 10 degrees, give or take a degree or two, and that'll keep wind chills at or below zero, perhaps as cold as 10 below zero at times during the day. Current temperatures, teens here, single digits below zero, teens below zero to the north and west. Compared to 24 hours ago, our temperature is down about 15 to 16 degrees, but notice like Nebraska and Kansas, some of these areas have dropped 35 to 40 degrees over the last 24 hours. And these are current wind chills already in the 30s below zero through much of the Dakotas into parts of Montana. That's why they have wind chill warnings there. They can see wind chills as cold as 50 below zero tonight. The weather track map shows the jet stream has sagged to the south now, and notice it's coming right in out of Canada and blasting right into the Midwest. So that's why we've got that cold air blast coming in. You can see a little trough of low pressure creating just a few flurries. Other than that, temperatures right now mainly in the middle teens, but again, to the north and west, those temperatures drop off pretty quickly, and we will see a cold night tonight, but even colder weather as we head toward Friday. 12 for the high temperature tomorrow, maybe a couple of flurries. Wind chills, though, staying right around zero most of the day, and then that bitterly cold weather down to 5 below zero by Friday morning with a high of 11. Wind chills staying at or below zero most of the day, even though we'll have partly sunny skies. Saturday, we have a quick warm-up to 32, but there could be some flurries or a little patchy freezing drizzle. Then Sunday, the temperatures start dropping again during the day. Morning high at 17, then falling temperatures. Bitterly cold on Monday, lows 5 below zero, high of 9, down to 6 below zero, but less wind on Tuesday morning, up to 18. Then temperatures in the 30s for Wednesday and Thursday, turning a little colder toward the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, breaking down Greg Gard's Gatorade bath. Well, the Badgers say his pour after Wisconsin's win at Purdue was a poor attempt. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes.
This new year, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible.
This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it
visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it. I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This new year is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because together, we're working on something more real. Elbows in. With a real plan and coach for real 360 support. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
COVID's latest surge has stressed healthcare workers like never before.
Josh Breider shares how one grateful community is saying thanks to the heroes who served them.
And we have an alert day in the forecast for bitterly cold temperatures. We'll have the details from 4:30 to 7 tomorrow morning.
The key to a good Gatorade bath is to actually soak the person in Gatorade water or now even mayo, thanks to the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Greg Gard, normally the one getting doused it in, but Monday night the tables turned and the plan was great. The execution, however, was not. Gard's cooler dump somehow missed everyone, and after having a chance to review the tape, the Badgers broke down his poor attempt.
2 out of 10. We'll give him a 2 for effort. Execution was not great. I think we need to get him a little bit more practice. He's used to getting the Gatorade dumped on him, so we'll make excuses for him, but hopefully we'll give him another shot here in the next few months.
I'm going to give it to him. The bucket was a little heavy. The coaches did the assistant coaches did a good job of getting us all in the middle so he could pour it on us, but, you know, Coach Gard ain't in his prime no more, so he couldn't really lift it like that.
24 hours after Pat Connaughton and Grayson Allen entered the NBA's health and safety protocols, Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer joined them. That means he won't coach tonight. Instead, Darvin Ham will serve as Milwaukee's head coach. George Hill also entered health and safety protocols today, bringing the Bucks total to 7, including Coach Bud. Now, Giannis is also out tonight against the Raptors, but with a non-COVID illness. The Wisconsin women's hockey team returns to the ice on Monday for a game where everyone wins. Yes, it's an exhibition game, but there will be something bigger going on at LeBon. The only way to get into the game against UW-Eau Claire is if you bring a children's book, which will be donated to schools in the Madison area. And being able to help give back to the community that supports them while playing hockey, well, it's a win-win for the Badgers.
The opportunity to give back to our community is huge. So I think it'll be a fun event for us and also fun for the fans, and hopefully a lot of kids will benefit from it as well.
I think books are hard to find sometimes, and it's not a casual thing to do is read anymore. So I think just bringing books and helping the community and the schools around us is something cool.
Gary?
Oh, still have some flurries around. Most of those are dropping from north to south right across southern Wisconsin. Visibilities right now mostly above 3 miles. Still a little blowing snow out there. A few places like the Dells down to about 1.5 miles. Temperatures middle teens, but those winds still in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range. Dropping wind chills right now, single digits above and below 0, and they'll probably stay at this level through much of the night.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening, and we'll be back here tonight at 10.